Well, little Athena was found on somebody's farm not too far away from us, just the other side of Zanin. Um, she was just kind of lying in the bush and not moving or doing anything like that, and the farmer was just worried, and fortunately enough he stopped. He picked her up and of course knew that he should get hold of us, and made arrangements to bring little Athena through to us as soon as he could. Um, on arrival we found out it looks like Athena's been electrocuted. Electrocution it's actually a terrible thing. This is normally from the high powered lines. Uh, Possibly she could have also been still with her mom, and her mom could have been killed in this method. Although she's a juvenile, she's probably just slightly over a year of age. Um, the horrible thing about electrical burns is they go through 2 points, so wherever you've touched, it goes from there to the exit point and normally cauterizes everything in between. And it looks like it's actually gone through her one hand and actually come through her tail, because there's no feeling or movement in her tail, and her one arm's very, very swollen. So we're just going to treat her for the weekend, get her all fed up, because evidently she hasn't been eating or doing anything like that. We don't know for how many days or how long she's actually been lying there, but you can see she's loving the food, and she's sort of dived into this and is eating as much as she can, which is quite remarkable. So this is what's given everybody the incentive to try and give her a chance, because she looks like she's very lively, looks like she wants to carry on living, and that's the important part. We need as much effort from her as we're going to need the effort from all the people that are going to start looking after her to actually pull her through, and hopefully we'll be able to get her back to her troop later on.
Our latest arrival, she's going to the vets tomorrow. We just bandaged her arm for now, until she sees the vet tomorrow. She's also had some anti-inflammatories, she's on antibiotics and a whole heap of other natural meds as well to support her. She's had some subcutaneous fluids, and she's also having lots of oral fluids as well, which is important for her. Enjoying a piece of grape, which is good. I believe she's only mostly eaten mango today. I believe she's having some juicy fruits.
One of the big things is to try and get her strength up as soon as we can, and just make sure she is ready for anything that might be happening tomorrow. We are sure she's going to lose her arm, because it's not looking like it's in a very good state. There is no feeling or anything, and it looks quite burnt. One just can't imagine what kind of excruciating pain this little one has actually gone through, for we don't know really how many days. You can still smell the sort of burn on her, so hopefully it's not too long. She has been eating very, very well, but these are just special yogurts that we've actually got. Actually soya yogurt that she's actually been fed, trying to just get her little energy levels up and things like this, and to help for any of the antibiotics that she has to be taking now, because we, as I say, really frightened now about any infection that she could get, because if she does get infected in any way, she's going to have even less chance of making it. So the important part here is to make sure she's eating something, even though she doesn't want to eat it itself. But Josie will make sure she gets in what she needs to get in. And as I said, it's just persistence and patience, working with them, and working at their own pace, which is very, very important. And slowly they do cooperate in their own little way. I think sometimes they also know you know, that people are here to help them. So, which is also very, very important. But shame, you can see she's sort of really out of it now. Probably feels a little bit safe, so wants to relax and sleep a little bit as well. Because she's actually in a foreign environment, but finding that people are helping her. She's been able to eat. She's had some good food. She's had some stuff to drink, and so probably feels a little bit more relaxed in their company, and probably willing to sleep a little bit and catch up onto what she didn't get previously.
Please. Smell? No. So our latest arrival, just getting ready for bed. You can see she's nodding off there. Been a very tough few days for her, probably a few weeks. Our new arrival's on the way to the vets today with Claudia and Sophie. We wish her luck. We hope that she's going to be alright. Big day for her today at the vets.
Just currently on our dirt road with the new arrival on the way to the vets. As you can see, it's a very rainy, dreary day in South Africa. We have had almost a week of this weather. We've still got a couple of days left, which has made releasing hard. So we were going to release the Goliath babies today, but we will see when they can be released. Just on our way into the vets with the new arrival. Thank you. Just waiting to be seen at the vets. Where are we? She is hiding behind Simba. Oh, there, we can just see her eyes there in the back corner. So we've just given all the information across to the vets, and they will take her in, give her a good check. She will probably need an amputation of that arm and the tail, and they can check around because she did have those head tremors yesterday. But we'll see how it goes.
Is that the option, or would be put into sleep?
No. We have monkeys
With
amputees who make it fine in the wild, so we were expecting that was going to be the outcome, because the arm is not really
So they're
fine. We
balanced.
have a lot of tails.
We have a monkey that we released who exactly the same, lost left arm and tail, and she's back in the wild.
So,
I know they're balanced with their tails. I've seen them on wires. You know.
But I mean, they adapt to it very
is what it
quickly.
is,
We have a lot at the sanctuary, which missing half or the whole.
If the tail is
the whole
dead,
thing.
it needs to come off.
I mean, rather that, because otherwise it gets dragged and then it gets
injured
and everything like that. So yeah, if that is the call, just go ahead and do that.
We're currently just back in the office with our new arrival. So as you can see, her left arm was amputated. That black on her stomach is also burns from the electrocution. we're just waiting for the subcut fluids and the needles to give her some fluids, and then we will get her out and just check on how it goes, and we will take a look at how everything's doing, especially that tail.
I don't think I need to hold her down because she's quite like, yes, he's out.
So the new arrival's just getting some subcutaneous fluids just into her back, just because it's been quite a while since she's had any fluids, and she probably won't be able to swallow at the moment after the sedation. So Hannah's just pushing that in now. You can see that arm a little bit better.
Okay, screw in this pocket for now, so let's just like this.
Okay, she had now 30 ml of ringus.
Brilliant.
This is the tail wound, which is the one that we are most concerned about. And the arm wound is looking good. Got the tummy.
So she might not need the whole waterfall, so it depends on how hard it gets in here. But I was just have one just in case. So we can keep her nice and. Whoa, that's a good teddy.
Yes. So just giving Athena's bottom a bit of a clean. As you can see, there is some grey tissue already forming. So she's going to have a dressing on that today, after yesterday at the vet's. And she's going to have some gel on there, which will just help kind of clean away the area and soothe it. And then we'll put the paraffin gauze dressing on to keep it moist. And then a little bandage. It's not the easiest place to bandage. We've also got to make sure she passes stools today, in case there's any nerve damage there. Athena's very feisty this morning, so she's got her new bandage on now. She's just had some coconut yogurt and some vitamins and some probiotics. And you can see she's got yogurt all around her mouth. And you're not happy with us? I don't blame you.
No, she's not happy with us.
So we have Athena. She's eating mangoes. She loves mangoes. Yeah, Golly. So we can see the surgery wound from her arm. She doesn't have any tail anymore. So she got electrocuted. So her hand, arm and tail was not working anymore. So we need to keep an eye on the legs and the other arm to make sure that she can use it. She's gonna come in sick bay soon. Yay! She was in critical care for a few days just because we needed to keep an eye on her 24/7. She's doing way better now. She's gonna come in sick bay, but she's still gonna have night shifts. So we make sure that she is with someone during the night in case something is happening to her. Hi, Golly. Good girl. You're drinking really high now. Yay. Grape? That's good.
Athena's doing very well in her sick bay area. Moved down yesterday afternoon. Athena's just been taken out of her cage, ready to have her next bandage changed. She's having it twice a day at the moment. Right, ready.
Okay. Do you mind maybe just turn?
So even though our team here is making this look fairly easy, we are going about 4 times the speed that it normally takes. But you must also bear in mind that this is a wild little animal, has got like nice little teeth on her, and if she can get hold of you, you do get quite a nasty bite. So while you're cleaning and doing everything else, you've got to watch out for those little teeth, and that's why there's so many people needed to work on her. One person has to make sure that the head is staying away from the people that are actually cleaning arms and things like that. This is sort of the age that people don't like them as monkeys anymore, because, as I said, they can bite extremely sore. And this is the age that if you actually got them in your home, that they would start biting other family members and putting everybody in their place. And that little jaw of theirs is quite strong. But back on the wound, it is in a very difficult place. As I say, very close to the anus. So, of course, you've got a lot of excrement and everything coming out there. So we've got to be very, very careful about infection. The bandage has to be placed in a very awkward way, because you just want to cover that little bit of the tail. She's still got to be able to defecate without messing up the little bandage or anything like this. So it is quite a difficult little procedure. There's also the burn marks on her stomach that we're trying to heal as well. So special creams and stuff are being put on her little stomach. So she's got burn marks all the way down there. And the arm, of course, is doing very, very well. Well, I say the wound from where the arm was is doing very, very well. Our worrying part is actually, as I say, the back section where everything gets fairly dirty, and her little stomach. But everything there seems to be healing quite well, and she's doing very well. And so far, it's very, very positive. Doesn't seem to be any other problems. Good little appetite, great little jaw, and she seems to be getting on just fine. So as you can see, they're quite a tricky procedure. She has to first get a special gel that we're putting on so things don't stick to it. There's also Gelonet, which is paraffin gauze, which actually gets put on as well. It does help the skin regrow quite well, which is sort of great. So this also has to get put on. And then, of course, the bandage put in a way that she's not going to mess it up when she goes to the toilet. And you've got this little monster moving underneath you, who doesn't really want to have anything put on her, and you're going to have to hope that whatever you do here is going to stay on for as long as possible, because as I say, it's all the ointments that are sort of helping everything heal, but she certainly doesn't want to be tied up with anything as well. So sometimes it's very disheartening. You go to all this trouble, and within a couple of minutes she's actually got her bandage off completely, and we have to redo the whole process. So very difficult with a struggling little wild animal that really wants to sink its teeth into you because it doesn't know you're really helping her. And of course the relief from everyone when you pop her back into her little crate.
Yes, so Athena's had all of her meds this morning, and she's had some GI Sustain, which is probiotics, and vitamins and minerals for her tummy where she's on the antibiotics. She's also had some natural olive leaf extract as a natural antibiotic to help her as well. She's just having some rehydration now. So we give her all the support, the veterinary medicine and the natural medicine. So we'll do our very best for this little one so she can return to her troop in the wild. She very much reminds us of Shalon. Shalon was a monkey who was also electrocuted, if you may remember, on some of the few years ago series, and she actually returned to the wild after about 2 months, found her troop, and we still see her even after her arm amputation and tail amputation, actually the same arm as this one has, and we see her at the lodge often now, and she's getting bigger. So we know that she's still doing well with her troop, and this one can do the same. Okay. Athena's finally got her bandage on. It really wasn't easy. It's very, she's one of our most challenging cases, I think, for her bandages. Very stressful for her, but we needed to get them on to help her. Athena finally back in her sick bay home. Already tried to get the bandages off, so we'll have to make another plan for her for tonight. But she's a bit happier down here. She's got more space. She can look out and see the other monkeys and everything as well. Athena just had the rest of her meds on grapes. She actually climbs to the top to get her grape. Very strong girl. Let's hope she continues to be that way. So extremely feisty to change bandages and everything else, but let's hope that the reason she's so feisty is because she's a survivor and a warrior. Well, how do you think it looks, Michaela, since you've been...
So it's a lot more red than it was, like pinkish
It is
than it
getting a
was
bit pinker,
before.
isn't it?
Also not as much necrotic tissue. So I think
Yes, that's
really
good. Oh, we know you don't like this bit, do you? It's not nice. It's not nice, but yes, it is looking nicer.
Yeah.
It's looking fresher. Okay. Those honey dressings do seem to help the... Right. Oh,
Mm.
Oh, she's not very happy with us. Hey, little miss. Get you some nice foodies in a minute.
This is Athena. I currently have Athena, Harold, and the babies on night shift. So Athena's doing really, really well at the moment. At least over on night shift. So I believe this will be her last night shift. So tomorrow she'll be staying in sickbay overnight with the other patients. She eats her food bowl and then she goes to sleep. We just check on her for any blanket changes that are required. So just to make sure that we take out any poopy blankets. So this is Athena. Her wounds are healing quite well. You can see that's where the arm was amputated.
This is Athena for her second night in sickbay. She is currently cuddling her teddy just before going to sleep. Yeah, she's not very happy that I'm here, so I'm gonna let her have a good rest and sleep until tomorrow.
Athena this morning. Feisty as ever. She's going to have her GI sustain, which supports her tummy after all the antibiotics that she's had. She loves that.
I can send you a but you know what? I want to see a photo of the bar. The what? Of the chocolate bar. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Have a good trip and tell me please when you're in
Girly. Is that yummy?
How's her wounds doing, Michaela?
It's looking really good. The one on her bum has healed very well. It scabs over, then the scab comes off, and then it's smaller each time. And the one on her belly, it's just a little bit of grey skin at the moment, which is really good. And then the amputated arm is also looking really good. So it was a bit of a deep wound because she pulled out the stitches. But we've been keeping it clean, cleaning it twice a day, and it just looks really good. So very happy overall.
She always tries to get out. Yes, you tell us, hey? You tell us. So you can see she still gets around very well. Balance is good as well. Soon she'll move to a bigger cage. And then we'll be able to reassess her, ready for release back with her troop in the wild, which is going to be amazing. So Athena should be returning to a troop in the wild very soon. Eating well, climbing well.
Thank you for joining us in this episode of the remarkable little Athena, recovered from the most horrendous injuries. Electrocution really and truly is a terrible, terrible thing for these little ones to actually experience, and it's really a miracle that she's actually managed to pull through, and it's only due to the help of everybody else in the team doing everything they can to help this little one recover and actually be released back to its troop. So we are busy with her, taking her back to her troop, and hopefully we'll have some footage of her joining her family again. And just please remember, we can't do this without you. Your support and continued donations make all this type of thing possible for us to help all these little guys and give them the best chance that they have of getting freedom again. Thank you.